Hey everyone, welcome to Reality TV News Update, the place where we bring you the latest updates, fun moments, and behind-the-scenes stories you won't want to miss. Netflix's new documentary series, which follows the rise of the adored 90s boy band, has brought Take That back into the news. The band's three-decade journey has included departures, group splits, chart hits, and a truly monumental comeback, making it one of the UK's most successful bands ever. Its original 5 members are now joined by 3. However, a particular moment for Mark Owen, who entered the celebrity Big Brother house in 2002, may have been lost on you. It was the second season of the reality show's star-studded spin-off, which debuted on Channel 4 and featured other well-known faces like Sue Perkins and Les Dennis. After spending the entire 10 days in the house, Mark won the public's heart with a vengeance and was named the winner despite being the favorite. His appearance in the iconic house marked something of a return to the spotlight for the star, who had been mostly out of the public eye since Take That parted ways in 1996. Mark playfully referred to himself as Robbie's mate while he was on the show, made spring cleaning his favorite pastime, and was always looking for more tea bags. Mark told host Davina McCall, who was there to greet him, that he was a bit out of practice as he left the live Celebrity Big Brother final to an enthusiastic and cheering crowd. Opening up about his time in the house, he shared via BBC News, "I had a moment where I woke up, and at one end of the room, Les Dennis was shaving, and at the other end, Goldie was putting on his aftershave. I thought, what am I doing here?" A year after his time on CBB, Mark reunited on stage with his friend and former bandmate Robbie Williams, and it wasn't just any stage. Williams' 3 nights at Knebworth brought in 375,000 fans and was noted as being the biggest music event in British history at the time. Midway through a performance of Back for Good, he welcomed Mark onto the stage with him. They continued to sing together after that. Mark followed this up with a new record deal and the release of his well-known hit, 4-Minute Warning. Take That, the 3-part documentary series, is available now on Netflix. For many pop fans, it still sounds like a fever dream. Mark Owen, the softly spoken heartthrob from Take That, once lived under 24-hour surveillance, cooked budget pasta, navigated celebrity egos, and ultimately won Celebrity Big Brother. But yes, it's absolutely true. Mark Owen entered the Celebrity Big Brother house long before the polished, influencer-driven machine that it is today, and delivered one of the show's most unexpectedly wholesome and compelling performances. Celebrity Big Brother was still trying to figure out who it was at the beginning of the 2000s. It was raw, messier, and far less predictable. When the cast for that particular season was announced, Mark Owen's inclusion raised eyebrows. Here was a genuine pop star, 1/5 of one of the biggest boy bands in British history, voluntarily signing up to be watched while doing the most mundane things imaginable. Why then did he do that, and what exactly went down once the doors closed? The house is entered by a pop prince. By the time Mark Owen entered Celebrity Big Brother, Take That had already split, and all 5 members were navigating life after global superstardom. Owen, known for his shy charm and gentle demeanor, had launched a solo career that included chart success, but hadn't quite matched the dizzying heights of Take That's peak years. Celebrity Big Brother offered something different, a chance for the public to see Mark the man, not just Mark the pop idol. From the moment he walked into the house, it was clear he wasn't there to dominate airtime or play a strategic game. He arrived polite, slightly awkward, and refreshingly normal. In a house often fueled by clashing personalities and big egos, that immediately made him stand out. What quickly became apparent was that Mark Owen wasn't performing for the cameras. He wasn't delivering rehearsed sound bites or chasing screen time. Instead, he spent a lot of his time quietly chatting with his housemates, assisting with chores, and providing emotional support when things got tough. Viewers responded almost instantly. At a time when reality TV contestants were beginning to understand the power of manipulation and controversy, Mark's authenticity felt like a throwback. He listened more than he spoke, he avoided arguments, and when drama did flare up around him, as it inevitably does in the Big Brother house, he handled it with calm and empathy. That approach didn't just keep him out of trouble, it made him one of the most popular housemates of the series. A romance under the cameras. No celebrity Big Brother journey is complete without a little romance, and Mark's season delivered one that tabloids couldn't get enough of. During his time in the house, he grew close to Lisa Snowden, and the pair's chemistry quickly became one of the show's most talked-about storylines. Unlike some reality TV romances that feel forced or strategic, theirs unfolded naturally, through late-night conversations, shared laughs, and visible mutual respect. Viewers watched the connection develop in real time, making it all the more compelling. There was no sense that the relationship was a publicity stunt. It felt real, and that only strengthened public affection for Mark, reinforcing the idea that he was being entirely himself, even under relentless scrutiny. The quiet ascent to the end. As the weeks passed and housemates were evicted one by one, Mark Owen kept surviving public votes. His constant presence became a constant as louder personalities came and went. Fans rallied behind him, seeing him as a comforting figure in an otherwise unpredictable environment. By the time the finale arrived, it was clear he had a genuine shot at winning, but it still felt surprising. Celebrity Big Brother winners are often chosen for being outrageous, controversial, or endlessly entertaining. Mark had won hearts by doing the opposite. He was kind. He was decent, and he never lost his composure. Reset of one's career and victory. When Mark Owen was announced as the winner of Celebrity Big Brother, the reaction was overwhelmingly positive. The victory signified a turning point in the public's perception of him, not just his survival in a reality TV experiment. This was Mark's first appearance outside of the Take That machine. For many viewers, the show humanized him in a way no interview or music release ever could. Suddenly, he wasn't just the quiet one from the band. He was a fully formed individual with emotional depth, humor, and resilience. The win reignited interest in his music and public persona, giving his solo career a noticeable boost. More importantly, it cemented his reputation as one of pop culture's genuinely nice guys, an image that has largely stuck with him ever since. Why looking back is still important. In hindsight, Mark Owen's Celebrity Big Brother stint feels like a relic from a different era of reality TV, one where sincerity could still triumph over spectacle. Today's reality stars frequently enter shows with pre-planned branding strategies and post-show deals. Mark entered with none of that. He just showed up, stayed where he was, and let the crowd decide. And they did. More than 20 years later, fans still reference his time on Celebrity Big Brother as one of the show's most unexpectedly successful castings. It proved that you don't need chaos to captivate an audience, and that sometimes the quietest housemate can make the loudest impact. So yes, Take That's Mark Owen really was on Celebrity Big Brother, and against all odds, he didn't just survive it, he won it.
It still surprises people when the subject comes up. Someone will ask, wait, wasn't Mark Owen on Celebrity Big Brother? Somewhere in the middle of discussions of early moments on reality television and iconic boy bands. And the answer is a resounding yes. The Take That singer not only participated in the intense reality show, but he also had one of the show's most memorable and unexpectedly successful seasons. Long before Celebrity Big Brother became a launch pad for viral moments and manufactured chaos, Mark Owen quietly walked into the house and proved that sincerity, kindness, and emotional intelligence could still win over a television audience. A surprising casting choice. Reactions to Mark Owen's selection as a Celebrity Big Brother housemate were mixed. Take That had been one of the biggest pop phenomena of the 1990s, and while the band had split years earlier, their legacy loomed large. Owen, often described as the shy or sensitive member of the group, didn't immediately seem like the type to thrive in a pressure cooker environment, filled with clashing personalities and constant surveillance. Mark was building a respectable solo career, while remaining largely out of the tabloid spotlight at that point in his career, navigating life after the band's breakup. It seemed like an odd move, because Celebrity Big Brother has a reputation for showing real emotions and causing conflict. However, it became abundantly clear, almost as soon as Mark entered the house, that he had not joined for attention or shock value. He arrived quietly, greeted his housemates courteously, and quickly settled into the routine of living together. Being himself on purpose. Mark Owen seemed content just being who he was, in contrast to some of the contestants who entered the house with a clear strategy. He didn't chase arguments, dominate conversations, or perform for the cameras. Instead, he listened. He understood. Additionally, he contributed to the smooth operation of the house by either cooking meals, washing dishes, or providing a calm voice during stressful times. Viewers were aware. Mark's understated presence felt refreshing at a time when reality television was beginning to reward extreme behavior. His vulnerability, occasionally admitting homesickness or emotional fatigue, only made him more relatable. Rather than weakening his image, it strengthened it. He was now seen by those who knew him as the gentle pop star from Take That, as a mature, thoughtful adult who handled a stressful situation like no other with grace. Getting through house drama. Naturally, there is conflict in every Celebrity Big Brother season. Arguments flared, alliances shifted, and personalities clashed. While Mark wasn't immune to the emotional strain of the house, he rarely escalated disputes. He frequently acted as a mediator when disagreements arose, attempting to understand both sides rather than taking a firm stance. He gained respect from his housemates and viewers alike for that approach. In diary room moments, he reflected honestly on the challenges of living under constant observation, acknowledging how easy it was for small issues to become overwhelming. Rather than cracking under pressure, Mark adapted, and audiences rewarded him for it. A relationship in the spotlight. Mark Owen's close relationship with Lisa Snowden, a television host, was one of the most talked about aspects of the Celebrity Big Brother experience. As the days passed, viewers watched a genuine connection develop between the two, marked by quiet conversations, laughter, and mutual support. It felt natural in a time when reality show romances were a routine plot device. It wasn't built on theatrics or dramatic declarations, but on shared comfort in an unfamiliar situation. It was received warmly by the public, who saw it as yet another indication of Mark's authenticity. Outside the house, the relationship would later draw media attention, but inside, it only bolstered his image as sincere and vulnerable emotionally. He gained support from the public. Week after week, Mark Owen survived eviction votes. As louder, more controversial housemates exited the competition, his popularity only grew. Viewers began to rally around him, drawn to his calm presence amid the chaos. There was something quietly reassuring about watching a celebrity refuse to play games or manufacture drama. In many ways, Mark became the emotional anchor of the series, a reminder that reality TV didn't always have to be confrontational to be compelling. By the time the finale approached, it was clear he had a real chance of winning, even if it still felt unexpected. Winning Celebrity Big Brother. When Mark Owen was crowned the winner of Celebrity Big Brother, the reaction was overwhelmingly positive. His victory felt earned, not engineered. He hadn't manipulated situations or courted controversy. He had simply stayed true to himself. The win marked a turning point in public perception. For younger viewers, it introduced Mark as more than a former boy band member. For longtime fans, it deepened their affection for him. Celebrity Big Brother had stripped away the polish of pop stardom and revealed someone warm, thoughtful, and deeply human. Life after the house. Following his win, Mark Owen experienced a renewed wave of public interest. His solo career benefited from the increased visibility, and he found himself viewed through a more personal lens. The show had given him something invaluable, a second introduction to the public on his own terms.
In later years, as Take That reunited and enjoyed massive success, Mark's Celebrity Big Brother stint remained a notable chapter in his story. It stood out as a moment when he stepped away from music and into a completely different spotlight and thrived. Why his run still resonates. Looking back, Mark Owen's time on Celebrity Big Brother feels almost symbolic of a different era of reality television. Before influencers, before strategic self-branding, there was space for someone to simply be. His journey showed that decency could still be compelling, that quiet strength could outshine loud controversy, and that audiences would always respond to authenticity. So, Mark Owen from Take That was, in fact, on Celebrity Big Brother. He did more than just survive in a show meant to test endurance, personality, and patience. He reminded viewers that sometimes being genuine is the strongest strategy of all.